thank God we are not letting ourselves be controlled by the virus.
Great.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good morning, Ronnie. Good morning. Should I say a few words?
Why not?
我们in Mandarin, I'm sorry. 艾伯特前总理澳洲办事处陆怡珍代表李大为秘书长在座的各位同仁大家好。
The Honourable Tony Abbott, former Prime Minister of Australia, the Honourable Jenny Bloomfield, representative of the Australian office in Taipei, Secretary General to the President David Dawei Lee, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning.
Of course, our foreign minister. 欢迎艾伯特前总理首次来台湾访问。那么在2015年您担任总理期间，我们总统府李大为秘书长当时是我们的驻澳代表，相信这次和老朋友相聚，可以对台澳的关系增进许多的合作和了解。
I extend a warm welcome to you, Mr. Abbott, on your first trip to Taiwan. In 2015, during your tenure as Prime Minister, you met Secretary General to the President David Dawei Lee, who was then serving as representative of the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in Australia. I am sure that you appreciate seeing your old friend again, and your visit will certainly facilitate even more cooperation and understanding between Taiwan and Australia.
除了今天的见面交流之外呢，明天艾伯特前总理也将在玉山论坛发表专题演讲，我们都非常的期待。
Apart from our meeting today, we are all looking forward to your keynote speech tomorrow at the Yushan Forum.
那么今年的玉山论坛呢，是以认识力重启共同进步的优先议程为主题，希望能够促进疫后的复兴当中，亚洲各国可以在公共卫生及经济整合等领域来合作。
The theme of this year's Yushan Forum is resetting priorities of progress with resilience. We hope the discussions will advance cooperation between Asian nations in such areas as public health and economic integration as the world looks toward recovery in the post-pandemic era.
谈到经贸合作，台湾跟澳洲一直都是双方非常重要的贸易伙伴。过去5年，台湾跟澳洲双边贸易额以每一年10%的幅度持续稳定成长。那么最近呢，我们已经正式申请加入 CPTPP， 希望持续的强化台湾跟澳洲以及台湾跟世界的经贸的连接。
In terms of economic and trade cooperation, Taiwan and Australia have long been important partners. In the past 5 years, Taiwan-Australia trade has grown steadily at 10% each year. Recently, Taiwan has officially applied for membership in the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, or the CPTPP, in hopes of strengthening Taiwan's trade links with Australia and the rest of the world.
在安全方面呢，我们看到澳洲政府对印太区域的地缘政治的变化积极因应调整战略，也跟美国、日本及印度持续深化四方安全对话的合作，而且在会谈中共同关心台湾的议题。
Regarding security, the Australian government has been actively adjusting its strategies in response to geopolitical changes in the Indo-Pacific region. Australia has also deepened its cooperation with the United States, Japan, and India, with discussions under the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue touching upon issues relating to Taiwan.
那么除此之外呢，今年澳洲政府也在许多国际场合公开声援台湾拓展国际空间，强调台海和平稳定的重要性。
Furthermore, this year, the Australian government has openly voiced support for Taiwan's international participation and emphasized the importance of peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait.
我们愿意贡献力量，持续维持区域的和平稳定，并且在疫苗、新兴科技、气候变迁以及供应链合作方面，跟所有共享自由价值的民主伙伴有更深入的合作。
Taiwan is willing to contribute to upholding regional peace and stability. We seek to deepen collaboration with other freedom-loving democracies in such areas as vaccines, emerging technologies, climate change, and supply chains.
在这里，我要特别感谢艾伯特前总理在台澳洽签经济合作协定，以及对台湾加入 CPTPP 的支持，而且不断的发声呼吁重视台海安全的和平形势。
Thank you, Mr. Abbott, for supporting the signing of a Taiwan-Australia Economic Cooperation Agreement and Taiwan's inclusion in the CPTPP. Your statements on the importance of a secure and peaceful Taiwan Strait are also greatly appreciated.
我们再一次的欢迎艾伯特前总理来到台湾。那我知道您非常热爱户外运动，台湾的自然的景观非常适合登山健行，以及自行车的旅游。希望您未来一定要再来访问，深入的体验台湾的美景和活力。那祝福艾伯特前总理行程圆满顺利，谢谢。
Once again, I welcome you to Taiwan. I understand that you love outdoor activities, and Taiwan's breathtaking natural scenery is the ideal destination for hikers and cyclists. If you can, please visit again in the future to fully experience Taiwan's beauty and vitality. I hope you have a fruitful and successful visit. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam President, thank you for your wonderfully warm and deeply courteous welcome. It's an honour to be here in Taipei. It's a pleasure to be with your senior officers. It's a pleasure to be with the Australian representative. I am looking forward to my next trip to Taiwan, a trip where I'm sure it will be possible to enjoy the bounty of this wonderful place, where, please God, we won't be required to wear these wretched masks anymore.
蔡总统，非常感谢您温暖且诚挚的欢迎以及问候。我非常荣幸今天可以来到台北，也非常荣幸可以会见台湾的官员以及澳洲的驻台代表。我也非常期待下一次来到台湾的时候，我可以好好的享受台湾的风景以及美食。相信到那个时候，我们就不用再戴口罩了。
On that note, though, I should congratulate Taiwan for being the one place on earth which has best tamed this COVID beast and has managed to do it without any major restrictions on economic activity and human freedom.
而且在此，我也要恭喜台湾。台湾可以说是全球唯一几个疫情控制非常卓越的国家。而且在控制疫情的同时，并没有过多的限制经济活动与人与人之间的交流。
And of course, you've managed to do this despite your isolation from many international bodies, including the WHO.
而且台湾即使防疫如此卓越，还是建立在这个台湾没有办法参与很多的国际组织的这个前提之上，像是这个世界卫生组织。
It is in large measure to try to help to end this isolation from which Taiwan has been suffering for so many decades that I am here in this country, and I do hope that this will be the first of many visits.
所以我此次的来访也是希望可以帮助台湾参与国际组织，因为这个状况已经持续了好几十年。我也希望这一次的访问不会是最后一次，之后我会常常的来访台湾。
Taiwan is in many respects a model for the wider world, certainly a model for so many countries in this part of the world, because over the past 70 years, Taiwan has transformed from an impoverished dictatorship into a vibrant, dynamic, pluralist democracy. You have demonstrated to all the countries of this region that it is possible to be both rich and free, that it is possible to have both liberty and democracy.
那台湾在许多方面也可以说是世界的典范，尤其是在这个区域当中，因为这70年来，台湾从一个威权统治的国家，已经变成了蓬勃发展而且多元的民主政体。 这让我们这个印太区域的国家都了解到，我们不但富裕的同时，也是可以享有自由以及民主。
Of course, not everyone and not everywhere is pleased at Taiwan's progress, and I do note that Taiwan is challenged on an almost daily basis by its giant neighbour.
那当然不是每一个人、每一个国家都乐见台湾的进步以及繁荣，像是台湾有一些邻居。
It's more important than ever under such circumstances that your fellow democracies stand shoulder to shoulder with you.
那这样的前提之下，我们民主国家更应该团结一致。
If I may say so, perhaps in recent times, countries like Australia have overemphasised fostering democracy in places where it has never taken root, and underemphasised protecting democracy in places where it has. It's important that we get the balance right in the future.
那我必须说，近年来澳洲等国家可能是过度专注在去别的地方宣扬民主的价值，而去忘了去保护那些已经生根的民主价值。那我认为去从中找到平衡是非常重要的。希望我们在未来可以做到这件事情。
The best thing that countries like Australia can do for Taiwan is to try to build an ever deeper relationship across the board, but particularly in trade.
那像是澳洲，我们这些国家能够为台湾做的，就是试图建立更深入的关系、更深化的关系，尤其是像在贸易这个领域。
I can't think of a stronger signal of democracy standing shoulder to shoulder with Taiwan than Taiwan's accession to the Trans-Pacific Partnership, and I do hope that your application will be welcomed by its existing members.
那如果台湾可以加入这个跨太平洋伙伴全面进步协定 CPTPP 的话，那就更得以彰显民主的价值。所以我非常希望现在的会员国都能够支持台湾申请加入。
Obviously, I can't make specific commitments on behalf of the Australian government, but I am confident that I do speak for the entire Australian people when I say that as a country, we wish the people of Taiwan to continue to flourish in peace and in freedom. Thank you.
那当然，我没有办法为澳洲政府做出任何的承诺，但是我能够非常有信心的代表全澳洲的人民说，我们全国都希望台湾的人民能够继续的蓬勃发展，并且享有民主价值。非常谢谢。
Thank you.
Thank you, and I'll have more to say tomorrow.